What's good, my G's? Welcome back to the G Spot, where we peel back these conspiracy theories to find the hidden truth. Remember, everything's for entertainment purposes only, so let's dive deep.
Really quick, if there was ever a Tale Foundry video you actually paused to read the content warnings on, let it be this one. This is a video about cannibalism. It is exactly as gnarly as it sounds. You've been warned. One of the most shocking, grotesque, surprisingly funny pieces of literature I've ever read is an 18th century pamphlet about meat. It's called A Modest Proposal. You may have heard of it. A Modest Proposal is a sick little piece of satire. It imagines a whole industry built around cannibalism. Not just any cannibalism, mind you, the mass consumption of human babies. Helpfully, the narrator lays out a meticulous plan detailing how exactly this would all work. There are whole paragraphs about how to farm children, descriptions of every possible way you could cook and eat them. Impoverished parents would raise their children like livestock, fattening them up to be eaten by the rich. A young, healthy child, the narrator notes, would be delicious when stewed, roasted, baked, or boiled. On special occasions, a whole roast child would make a perfect centerpiece to feed the whole community. By selling their children to be eaten, the narrator claims, Ireland's poor could finally make themselves useful. The writer of this piece, Jonathan Swift, is, as you can see, a master of satire. And this is perhaps his best-known piece. It is also almost unbelievably direct, so hideous, so absurd that it flies almost straight past the realm of horror and into that of comedy. You can't deny this idea of an industrialized cannibalism is, if nothing else, effective. So effective, in fact, you see it in all kinds of media, even today. In the game Little Nightmares, you get to watch children be processed into meat and devoured by grotesque, monstrous adults. In the movie Daybreakers, a post-human society of vampires farm humans for their blood. The movie Soylent Green, you already know the twist. That stuff everyone is eating? It's made of people. The idea of an entire cannibalism industry is so ridiculous, so hyperbolic, it's hard to read as anything but satire. Undoubtedly horrifying, utterly unbelievable. People just wouldn't get on board with something so taboo, so repulsive. Sure, you always have your Ed Geins and Hannibal Lecters, but it would never be allowed to expand into an entire industry. Humans would just never be able to stomach cannibalism like that. Right?
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do. You know what they say? You can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake.
They were eating children and having with their dead bodies.
I don't care. Trump is in the files.
Epstein lived at the Vatican for a while.
Trump is in the files.
All these celebrities that you support and worship every day are also listed in these files.
Okay, how many times do I have to tell you Trump is in the files?
Leave her, JD. If my name wasn't in there, the file would be collecting dust somewhere in a basement. They just see my name and lose their minds. Totally obsessed with me.
By the way, Bill Gates was planning pandemic simulations with Jeffrey Epstein back in 2017.
Trump is in the files.
Okay, but Epstein sent an email to Ghislaine Maxwell stating that her father was killed for trying to blackmail Israeli intelligence.
Okay, but I don't care. Trump is in the files. Did you not hear that part?
Okay, wow.
Also, you guys will protest literally everything. And then they come out and they say that they eat babies and nobody's protesting. Like, what's the criteria to go protest for something nowadays? Because obviously eating babies isn't, the threshold. For real, I'm actually curious. Because you guys will sit there and protest who's in office and who gets voted up and to be a higher power. But when they eat kids, you guys just don't care.
Because no one is being paid to protest this time.
You guys are not going to believe what I just found out. The vast majority of us have grown up cannibalizing abortion victims without knowing. I know it sounds crazy, but I promise you this is not a conspiracy. This is a documented fact. A biotech company out of California called Cinemex specializes in the development of food flavoring using aborted embryonic cells for the production of food chemicals. Research by Cinemex in the use of HEC-293 aborted human fetus cells as a flavor enhancer was published and impugned in 2002, after which several patents were filed by them. Cinemex could have easily chosen animal, insect, or other morally obtained human cells expressing the G protein for taste receptors. Instead, they chose human children. Some of the most commonly consumed products are all Pepsi soft drinks, Sierra Mist, Mountain Dew, Ocean Spray, Aquafina water, Lipton tea, Propel and Gatorade beverages, and Tropicana juices. All of Nestle's coffee creamers, Aggie brand instant soups, bouillon cubes, ketchup, sauces, seasoning, and instant noodles. Dried and Trident gum, Swedish Fish, Sour Patch Kids, and Hall's cough drops. As a conservative, I don't condone cancel culture, but you can bet your left butt cheek that I'll never be buying from these companies again.
The chances of you seeing this video are so rare. There's 500 million users on TikTok, and you will probably never see my account again. But I'm not gonna ask you to follow me.
The Hunger Games isn't fiction. It's elite entertainment happening right now.
How many independent survivors confirm this?
6 unrelated witnesses across decades and continents. Fiona Barnett was dressed as a teddy bear and hunted at Bohemian Grove. Jesse Chiboter, Max Lowen, Toos Nijenhuis, Paul Bonacci, and Jeanette Archer all describe children released into forests and hunted for sport and ritual sacrifice.
What does our private investigator say?
He cross-checked every account. Identical protocol. Innocent children selected, terrorized, chased with dogs or on foot.
And the psychologist?
All 6 show the exact same trauma. Dissociation during the chase, lifelong forest phobia, pursuit nightmares, classic predatory hunting PTSD.
They showed us the movie, and we're living it.
The games are real. The victims are real.
Except for 2 things, pizza and us.
Their house, they made us homemade pizza, and it was an amazing time. I sat next to Bono. It was a good day.
That is a good day.
It was, her parties are incredible in her house, too.
Yeah, she does have good parties, and she makes good pizza as well.
She makes great pizza,
wonderful, wonderful pizza.
I'm really excited about the possibility of having a pizza party with a pop star. Do you have pizza parties with pop stars often? No? Okay. Just checking.
You really are a genuine fan, and it's amazing. And we've known each other for years. Yeah. You've been to my house. We've had pizza. Girl after my own heart. Do we love a pizza or what? We love a pizza. It's so much fun.
I'll name 3 names for your lady parts.
Mini Moos, a JJ, and a pizza.
Honey, pizza's here.
Pizza? Story about going and having pizza at the Clooney's in Lake Como.
Yeah, that's all in Aniston. George and I would love you to come over for pizza, buddy.
How was the pizza? Was it good?
Oh, what? Amal's pizza was better than Clooney's. They both made, everybody made a certain kind of pizza.
There's no pizza we didn't love.
Something that he does.
5 different kinds. 5 different kinds or 6 different kinds of pizza that night. Clooney's was excellent. Amal's was the winner.
Best pizza I've ever had in my life. Pizza I've ever had. Had some type of lettuce on it. I've never tasted this shit. Some white babies. Got some white babies.
You had a pizza party.
We had amazing pizza that night. And then
great. It was a blast. I mean, there's some good pictures from that night too.
Tell me about Joe and your relationship with Joe, and what do I need to know? Like, what's the thing about the ice cream? He loves ice cream. Tell me about that.
Ice cream this big, pasta with red sauce. He can go deep on that.
Oprah and her pizza parties. So I've done some digging. This is a tweet from X, formerly known as Twitter, from February 22nd, 2014. And Oprah states, "So delicious. I'm still thinking about that mozzarella. Thanks, Jimmy Kimmel." Oprah was friends with Harvey Weinstein. Oprah was friends with Bill Cosby. Oprah is friends with Tom Hanks. Oprah was friends with John of God. Oprah is friends with Diddy. Oprah is friends with Ellen DeGeneres. Oprah is friends with The Rock.
Hey, anybody order pizza?
Let me get this straight. So Aldi, the grocery store, is telling people to eat bugs as a more affordable way to feed their families. This is real life right now.
Considering selling edible insects to help families afford protein. This stuff drives me nuts, Esther.
Absolutely disgusting. I'm sure Bill Gates is over the moon because that's been the plan all along, to get us to stop eating normal food and to eat bugs while the elite at the top eat their Wagyu beef and lobster and watch all the peasants at the bottom eat insects and rats because it'll save the planet, apparently.
This screams Agenda 2030, and if you don't know what that is, let me fill you in. So So here's a list of what they want to happen by 2030. So a one world government, a one world military, the end of all national sovereignty, the end of all privately owned property, the end of the family unit. And remember that little conspiracy where we all eat bugs while they eat all the good stuff? It's not a conspiracy now, is it? And you know they're working overtime because in California, they are proposing to charge all California drivers $1 every 3 miles. So let me break it down. They're losing money at the pump on a gas tax due to all electric drivers. So now you pay up front on a maintenance fee for the roads that you drive on. And this is how it starts, you guys. They can change the rules of the game at any time to fit their agenda, and you lose your rights and freedoms little by little, and you're supposed to just go with it. Spread the word because we cannot let this shit go down. I know I won't be eating bugs, so make sure you guys share this video.
I got a quarter pounder, it doesn't weigh a quarter of a pound. It's got a quarter pounder, it only weighs 3.110. Yeah, it's not even a quarter of a pound. Did you get? I got a quarter pounder. Don't weigh yours?
Well, that's the meat. We don't make the meat.
Can I talk to the chef or something?
It's already pre-made.
I want to read where it said before cooking is before a quarter of a pound.
Where does it say that though? Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about because he doesn't say anywhere up there.
Thanks for tuning in, my G's. I appreciate you. I know that was a banger. Have a good one.